Good morning, everybody. Rick here, and we're going to do another orbiter video here, and we're going to go ahead and continue our aero challenge. We are now ready to take off in the XR2 and head up to dock with the aero freighter, which is in orbit. So that would be our next thing that we need to get done. So let's get it up there and get it in orbit and get it rendezvoused. We'll see how long that takes, and if it takes longer than expected, we'll go ahead and do the other part later. So anyway, as you can see, if you remember or not, the air freighter is in orbit. I think we're 528 kilometers on our apoapsis and 469 kilometers on our periapsis. So anyway, let's go ahead and get down here and get this thing set and get ready for takeoff. All right, so we're at the Carl Sagan Space Center, and we are going to head up and meet up with the aerofreighter. So let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to go. Target is going to be the AR-01.
Target selected.
And we're going to go up to about 200 kilometers, I think.
Altitude set.
So when we take off, depending on whether or not we're going to catch it on the ascending or a descending node, target AR-01. Looks like we're going to catch it on the descending node. So that means we're going to go to heading 107.3. So let's go ahead and set that up. Hyperion control, which is the, let's change our EPA, 200. And we'll change the heading to 107.3. Okay, now the Hyperion control, or the Hyperion, is this booster here in the background. So this is the XR2, it's connected to it, and this is the booster for it. You got the main fuel tank here and the solid boosters like you do on the space shuttle. So basically, now what we need to do is we need to wait until, let's see here. How do we want to do this? Let's call up Launch MFD on this side. Once this gets to 300 and about 190 seconds, we'll take off. But the only thing is we're not leaving until August 5th, I believe it is. So we're still a full day out. So we will more than likely pass this one up and go to the next one. So let's just go ahead and fast forward time. All right. Now, we're still on the 4th. Now I want to check something here real quick. Let's check our aligned plane. Now we have passed the descending node and we're going to the ascending node. So now we need to change our heading to the 72.72. So we will take this particular one. Let's keep an eye on this and make sure that it does not cross over. 31,000 seconds away from launch. And we are still on August 4th, but I think we're going to go ahead and take this one. 17, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Okay, yeah, we're going to remain, I think, on the ascending node, so that's fine. Go back to Hyperion control. So once this hits 190, we'll take off. Let's change the color of that HUD. I don't know, red, I guess, is the easiest to see. Yep, there goes the moon. 5,000 seconds. Now, I've done a lot of, oh yeah, we should be fine. Just wanted to check and make sure we haven't crossed. So when we take off, as you can see, it's on the ascending node. So when we take off, we're going to hang a left. And what I want to do, let's open up a second MFD here while we're waiting. So I want to call up the map, make it a little bigger. And we're going to track, and we're going to target the AR01. Now we're going to display, get rid of that. Okay, and then we are going to zoom down in. See, right here we are, and here's that. So, which is making me kind of wonder if I'm actually going to be doing an ascending or a descending. All right, so let's double check. Line planes. Yeah, see, we've passed. So we need to change our location. We're going back to 107.2 or 107.3 basically is what it was. 900 seconds. Let's get rid of that HUD. I hate that. So page over.
HUD disabled.
Thank you. I want the HUD disabled. All right, so let's just fast forward until we get to 190 seconds, and then off we'll go. $600, $400, oh, well, I kind of went past, didn't I? So I have to back it up a little bit. Sorry, my bad. Scenario editor. Although, to be quite honest with you, we probably could just take the next date, but that's all right. We'll back it up a couple minutes. All right, now let's try that again. All right, let's see. Very amateurish move there. And 2, 2, 1, go. All right, up we go. And you'll see here in a moment this line will start coming down to match up with this one. Let's go ahead and call up the line plane on this side. Let's close that out because technically we don't really need it. As you can see, that's coming down. Just passed through the sound barrier. One of these days, let's see. There we go. That's the reason you don't hear any sounds because we went through the sound barrier. So 14 degrees out of plane. Still counting down. Apple Axis is currently 37 kilometers. Now we're nosing over. Let's go ahead and change over to the green, I guess, is all right. Everything's looking good. She's nosing over. Looking good. Down to 5. It's early in the morning, so I'm drinking coffee. So, excuse me for any slurps. Got toasted coconut is what I'm drinking. It's pretty good. This is about to turn around. If it does, I'll need to change my heading a little bit. Oh, there we go. It's picking back up. We're down to 2 degrees, which is pretty good. Now, let's see how far. Okay, we'll leave this alone now. I think it's fine for the moment. So let's see how far behind we are. Oh, it's way back here. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, that means we're going to have to make a bunch of orbits to catch up with it. But I guess that's okay. I think we lost our boosters. Yep, they're back there somewhere. Looking pretty good at 133. Let's take a look at our orbit. Projection is the ship, and we're going to go to equatorial frame. So we're sitting at 120 right now. Our apoapsis is 137, still coming down, which is good. So I don't need to mess with the heading. Still coming closer. Okay, coming down. The thing is I don't know whether or not I'll be able to flip this thing around quick enough to finish this up, but we'll give it a shot. Well, we're going to let it run over. That's fine. Because we're almost done with the ride anyway. So let's just take it to 106.5. Move it just a little bit. Yep, okay, so that's starting back down, and now we're below 2.5, so that's fine. Below of a quarter of a degree. And this should be shutting off here very shortly. Things are looking good. I'll have 60 seconds. All right, ascend, anti-normal. All right, so let's shut that off and turn that on. I don't know if I'll have enough time to get it flipped around or not, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, let's head over to orbit. So we only have 40 seconds before we have to start the burn. And with my luck, I'm facing the wrong direction. Okay, how's our orbit? 380 seconds. So we got plenty of time to finish this. How about that? I actually faced the right direction. 0. All right, prograde. Let's go ahead and circularize our orbit, and then we will disengage from the XR2, disengage from it, and we will open our radiator and get ready to start our rendezvous. We got 260 seconds here. All right, and burning. All right, that should have put us in orbit. Yep, so let's go ahead and head over to the Hyperion control and disconnect the XR2. So let's head over here. Okay. And first thing we need to do is get that radiator open. So start the APU.
Rotation translation.
Shut these extra HUDs off. All right, now let's go outside and watch our little thingy here. Let's go ahead and separate, give it some room. Okay, so while that's doing that, let's go ahead and call up the bigger MFDs here. So now it's time to set up transacts. We are going to go for the AR01 is where we're headed. Actually, what we want to do first, I guess, is um, let's see here. Let's target, and we'll target the AR01. See, we're almost 3/4 of an orbit behind, so let's just go ahead and go until we get a little bit closer. So we got to come all the way around. So we're about, well, I don't know, quarter orbit. So after a quarter, when we're a quarter orbit away, we'll go ahead and start our transect plan. See if we can get ourselves rendezvoused. Okay, we are approximately a quarter orbit. So let's go ahead and get it started. First of all, let's change this to focus. I think would look better. View, menu node on, variable. Oop. All right, prograde first. Let's take her out until we're at orbit with the air freighter. I'm watching this yellow line right here and waiting until it gets a little bit beyond the blue line. Okay. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to change the date. Because we don't want to do it right now, we want to do it in the future. So just get this as close to 0 as I can. Looks like we're going to have to make some more orbits. Yeah, 1, 9, 6. It looks like we might be able to get it with just date and prograde. Although, to be quite honest with you, that far out in the future, it's probably going to change once I start getting a little closer. Okay, and of course you can hear that loudmouth dog in the background. So, go a couple clicks past. 22, 19, 18, 19, go a couple clicks past. Oop. All right, so 17, go past. So you go past it, and it makes it decrease faster when you go past. So, and then come back. All right, so this may take a minute. It's just something you have to do to get your numbers low. How far in the future? 18,000 seconds. So yeah, let's go ahead and run this out a little bit here, because we got quite a ways to go before we have to worry about the burn. So we'll take it down to about, I don't know, 6,000 seconds. 6,000 seconds. We'll take it down to about 600 seconds, and then we'll update everything and continue to our work on it. 600 seconds, Transect starts to become a little more accurate. Okay, now let's head back over. Let's go ahead and do a base update. Yeah, well, that's not too bad, really. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. We don't really want to mess too much with the date. So, Okay, so we're not really getting any more benefit out of that. So I think it's time to add in a little change plane. And I think we might get it here. Once this lines up with this. And then a little, yeah, here we go, here we go. Okay. All right, that looked good. Let's go ahead and hit a little bit. There we go. Yeah, now we're getting down in there. And it is counting up, so let's go the other way so it counts down. Okay, I think that will work. So we got our burn here in 526 seconds. Let's get over here to where it's auto center. There it is. And then at about 120 seconds out, we'll engage that. Most of it's going to be prograde. So we got 111 delta V. One 120 seconds, and then we will engage the auto center. All right, let's engage the auto center. And what that do is that'll automatically hold this little thing here in the center where it belongs so that we're on the correct vector. One thing that the older versions didn't have that, and you had to try and keep it there manually, and that was a pain in the butt. So anyway, let's get centered. We got 95 seconds to the burn. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. If I remember correctly, it'll automatically stop the burn, but can't remember. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burning. Put my finger on the button just in case it doesn't. It did. I thought it did. All right.
Rotation.
Let's go ahead and get her lined up. Okay.
Translation.
That's good enough. I'm not David Courtney. I won't go nuts on it. So let's go ahead and turn maneuver mode off, and we are 21 kilometers out. So let's go ahead and go back to retrograde.
Rotation. Translation.
See if we can bring that down some. A little bit of translation. Two kilometers, 1 kilometer. There we go. Is it up or down? It is going down. All right, so we are going to meet up here somewhere. So let's go ahead and get the comm nav set up. Now I think it was 124. Yep. And then 115 for the inside. So let's go ahead and go to docking. As you can see, we're 400 and some miles out. Let's go ahead and open the retro doors.
Off. Rotation.
Is it?
On.
Okay, I don't remember what the key press is, so I'll just have to do it this way. Okay, and there we go. That's our plane, so to speak. All right, so let's turn on some lights now. Okay, now all we need to do is let's find out our encounter velocity is going to be 186 meters per second. So what we need to do is we need to find out how long it's going to take us to get rid of um, that velocity using the retro engines. And according to this, it's going to be 11.2, or no, excuse me, 4.2 kilometers. So let's go ahead and get around there. So we got 300 kilometers. So what I'm going to do is when we get over here to where at about, I don't know, about 5 kilometers, I think, we will start slowing down. The lady will say, um, yeah, there we go. Let's move it over to the HUD. So this is where our velocity vector is. It's currently not pointing at that dog. It's currently not pointing at the aero freighter. I think Andy Helen must be here. Yep, they are. Okay, hold on a minute. I'll be back. Okay, folks, I'm back. Sorry about that. We got company coming tomorrow. Let's go ahead and unpause it. We have company coming tomorrow. Sue's son is here with his girlfriend from California and visiting, so everybody's getting together tomorrow.
Translation. Rotation.
So, well, it's interesting.
Translation. Rotation.
Oh, okay, here it is. You can see it here coming around in front of me. Okay, there's the aero freighter. Okay, and right now I'm not moving directly towards it, but that's fixable with a little bit of translation. See, we're 4 kilometers off, so
Translation.
let's go ahead and that's the wrong way. So a little bit this way. Okay. Okay, so it's counting down. We're 240 kilometers, 200. Okay, anyway, let's see here. Let's do a quick maneuver mode. A little quick maneuver and variance. Let's go ahead and move this a little bit out. We shouldn't have to be honest with you, although I don't understand why we're negative velocity. It means we're moving away from it, and I don't want that. Altitude, apoapsis. Maybe we're not going to meet now. Maybe we're going to meet next time around. So let's just go ahead. Encounter date is 9528. Oh yeah, see, we got to go around. Okay, we're going around. So we're not going to catch him this time around. We're going to go around and meet him elsewhere. So let's go ahead and turn that off. We don't want that after all. Turn the maneuver mode off. We're going to meet up here somewhere. So that's the mistake I made. So see, here I am, the green, and that's the blue. So he's going to come up behind me. So we need to turn around. And counter velocity is going up a little bit, but not enough to worry about, I think. Yeah, as you can see, it's decreasing. Okay. Okay, see, now we're starting to move towards it. So over here was not where we were meeting. Out here is where we're going to meet. We're at about in here. So let's get turned around there so we can see it.
Rotation. Translation. Rotation.
Now, I'm not used to using the numpad here, so we're still going to encounter at 188. So I said 5 will go 6 kilometers out before we start engaging the I'm drawing a blank here. The retro engines. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's get turned back around here and facing it. Okay.
Translation. Rotation. Translation.
Let's get this thing over here.
Rotation.
Okay. Whoa, I keep forgetting I can't do a time warp and press the button at the same time. Bad news doing that. Okay. We are currently 245 kilometers out. Getting closer to 185 meters per second.
Translation.
Let's go ahead and bring that down. So it's counting down. And it looks like we might have ourselves a nighttime encounter, which I'm not a big fan of because you don't really get to see too much. But it is what it is. So anyway, we're looking at 215 kilometers right now. I wonder why that's gone up. Maybe it'll start slowing down here in a few. What we'll do is we'll rendezvous with it, and then we'll go ahead and close out this episode. Yeah, there it goes. It's slowing down now. 85.
Translation.
Okay, let's get it lined up here. So we're getting kind of close, so
Rotation.
okay.
Translation.
Okay, there we go. Velocity of the vector's pointed.
Rotation.
Get it lined back up.
Translation.
Velocity vector back up there where it belongs. All right, so let's get ready. And 6 kilometers. And let's go ahead and start slowing down.
9,000.
Because I can see it coming. There it is.
4,000. 3,000.
3 kilometers out.
2,000.
2 kilometers out. 'Okay, we want to keep some velocity going towards it. And we come in below it here because we're going to enter from underneath. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the aerofreighter. Probably going to be able to see, yeah, right there it is. That's the XR2. Okay. You can get to look around here. This is the inside of the cabin. Yeah. So let's go ahead and head back up front here. All right, so what we need to do is we need to get the doors open. Rover docking bay open. Okay, now let's switch back to the XR2. And switch to this. We need to go past it, turn around, and then come in up above or underneath to dock. We can go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need it.
700.
I better open the nose cone, otherwise she's going to start complaining.
600.
Looks like we are going to have a daytime rendezvous, which is cool.
500. 400.
You want to know something funny here? Let's take a look. I thought maybe I might be
300.
approaching from above it, and I think I am. Oh no, there's the docking bay right here. See it? So let's start slowing down.
100. Translation. Rotation.
Got to turn around. Excuse me.
100. 75. Translation.
Okay, it's got to pass me up. See where it's at. Okay, I need to turn some more.
Rotation.
Okay, how's that? Some more.
Translation. Rotation. Translation.
Okay, now let's slow her down. We don't want to go away from it anymore. We want to start going towards it.
Rotation. Translation.
Okay, I'm out of practice on docking with this thing, I'll be quite honest with you.
Rotation. Translation.
Okay, we need to go back this direction some. And we need to slow her down. Actually, let's just stop it until I get it where I want it.
Rotation.
Now, the way this works, this X needs to be in the center, this here needs to be in the center, and this needs to be up the top. So, let's go ahead and roll correctly. Okay.
Translation.
So we got to go straight across here. All right, so what we'll do is we'll get in position here to dock, and then we'll quit for the day. So, and then we'll get this one uploaded. Things are looking pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and give her some more juice so we can get over there a little quicker.
Rotation. Translation.
Okay. Now where we're heading is right in here. There's the bay doors have been opened, and that's where we're headed to dock. So.
Rotation.
Okay, let's get this one lined up. Okay. And, excuse me. Got to get over here a little bit further.
Translation. Rotation. Translation.
Uh, all right, so we're getting very close. Once this is lined up with this upright, we'll go ahead and stop.
Rotation. Translation.
That just means that we're on the longitudinal axis of the I think it's the longitudinal axis. Well, whatever. We're in line with the left-right part of the ship, and we need to move forward and up to dock. As you can see, my nose cone is open now. Okay. Okay, let's turn this a little bit here and get this lined up. Okay.
Translation.
And I think that's good enough. We'll call this done. And tomorrow or the next day I do one, we'll go ahead and dock it. So anyway, let's pause it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's save it first. Control S, and then we'll pause it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Things are up and running, and we're on our way up to dock here, and that'll probably take some time, and then we'll move everybody, all the crew, into the aero freighter, and then after that, we'll probably go ahead and set our plan up and so on for our trip to Jupiter. And then we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the video and whether or not you like this space kind of stuff. So anyway, I will catch everybody next time around. Mahalo for watching, and aloha.